In looking at our collaborative software types, we also need to consider some of the variety that are available, like wikis and glossaries. We'll start with Wikispaces, which is a free tool to use that's out there on the internet at just wikispaces.com. And as you can see, they have listings here for organizations or for individuals. Today, we're going to just choose the individuals because we're kind of imagining that this will be something we could use for our classroom work with projects and group work. We click on that, and you can see we come to the next page where we're able to join. It's got some nice things here to tell you about the wikis. This WYS type acronyms means what you see is what you get. And that's a good thing because that makes it a little bit easier. You're not in the mystery of what you're going to have at the end. You'd like to see what you're doing as you go. Okay, if we join now, we could enter our name and password. I have already signed up, so I'm going to just enter mine. And I've used my ISU email. Okay, and it takes me into my page, and it shows that I have got a couple of wikis in there already. I've got one that I started here and one here that I've done just one recent edit. So that shows me what progress I have in my own account. I can also check on email if I wanted to use this for an email type thing, and I can also change my settings. And you can see what I've done. I've put a little picture in here. I've got some names and different information. So let's go out and create a new wiki, and we start that by just clicking this button here in the top of the screen. And we need to find a wiki name, and you want to make sure that you don't have spaces or any other characters in here. So let's start with, whoops, I did it myself, instructional design. And we're going to have it public or protected, or we could have it private for a few days and then they expect you to pay for that subscription. So we're going to have it protected. And the type that we want, we drop this menu down, it's definitely in higher education, and click create. There's some help pages that might come up here for you and all kinds of good information. You can see on the table of contents how easy it is to find help because you can get that before you even start. So we're going to go ahead and walk through that, and we'll put that away for later. And that goes up here to the little help spot. Okay, here's our new wiki page, and we want to start with a new page, and we're going to title that page 1. We don't need to add any tags because we really don't have anything going on right now. We could put a name on there. In fact, we maybe will. Let's put blooms. Okay, create. Okay, and here's our first page. And it looks a little bit familiar. It looks like a word processing page. So if we want to start with that, and we could put in the information goes here, and so forth. Okay, so if we want to save this, we have some choices to make here. We can save it with a comment, we can save and continue, or we can take it into an editor type mode. So let's save it with a comment. And we'll just call this, let's call it on as first entry. Okay, we'll be saving that. And there's the first thing. Okay, now if we wanted to go and see if there was some discussion about this, say that we had lots more entries, we would click on this tab and we maybe post something new, look in the old ones that are already there, and of course there would be a list of them here, but there are none at this point because it's brand new. We can also go into the history, and you'll see that there's my Linnea's first entry comment, and you could probably click this open and see my profile, and click this open and see what was said. Okay, now I can even make the selection, since I'm the owner, that I would like people to notify me by email of the page edits and the page discussions, and I can even have some feeds in there. Okay, so let's update that. And we can go back to the page and work some more if we would like to. Okay, that's kind of a quick tour on what it looks like to work within the Wikispaces. Now let's look at one that's already done so you get an idea of what's possible. I've selected one here already. Okay, and here we have a demonstration page of a wiki that's been put together for some topics in learning. And you notice that we've got graphics, text, more graphics, sections between things. You can tell that there's some lines been put in there, and somebody has just really built a nice page here. And at the end it gives a little bit of place for a reference. I'll scroll back up, and you can imagine what kind of a tool this would be for a learning project with several people or even one, and it's free. So what a nice little deal. Okay, that concludes my demonstration of Wikispaces, and thanks for listening.